Hello, this is Mike from Cornerstone, and for this Monday moment, I want to share a story about my granddaughters, Chloe and Kinley. They're pretty much grown up now, but when they were little, they spent a lot of time with us. And I've learned a lot from my wife, my kids, my grandkids, that even apply in business. And this one was an incident that started with the oldest one, Chloe. She's about 4 years older than her younger sister, Kinley. Yes, they're both K's. Chloe, one time they were over and they were playing around, and it was typical. It was noisy. Everybody was wrestling around. They were chasing each other, giggling, whatever. And Chloe, the oldest one, found herself crying. And we really couldn't figure out why she was crying. Actually, the crying turned into sobbing. And we've all been there. When we're crying, we're upset, we don't quite know exactly what it was. And Chloe couldn't really tell what was making her so upset. And frankly, we didn't either. And I had an idea, and I said, "Hey, Chloe, let's go catch the rain." And she looked at me funny, and I went and picked her up. And again, she was smaller then, so I could hold her on my hip. And we went outside, and it was raining, obviously, and we started catching the rain in our hands. It took only a few minutes, and we were soaking wet, and we were giggling, and that beautiful smile of hers came back, and we walked inside the house, and pretty much the event was over. Maybe 2-3 years later, we were in another situation. We were at home. I was in the office area, and her little sister got hurt somehow and started crying. And then she started sobbing. It was the same situation, and we just couldn't figure out what it was, and the little girl couldn't figure out what it was either. So I come in from the office area, and I take a look at Kinley, and Chloe, her older sister, said, "Hey, Poppy, Kinley needs to catch the rain." I'm telling you, I was so proud of Chloe that she remembered that situation. So I picked up Kinley, we went out back, we put our hands out and started catching rain with the hands, and I was holding on to her. And she, if you know Kinley, she's always got this cute way of doing things. So she opened up her mouth and started catching rain with her tongue. And again, it didn't take a whole lot of time. She was calmed down, she was smiling, she was giggling when we went inside. Number one, I was proud of Chloe for remembering how to manage her emotions. But number two, I found that these are things that work all the time when we're battling our own tunes. Now, I know this is a business thing, and I don't want to go into how do you manage the emotions of your team, blah, 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 as a leader. This really isn't about managing my team's emotions. This is about managing my emotions. I've been in situations where extremely frustrating as a leader, and you leaders out there have found yourself in the same positions, where okay, you're in a room and the situation, your next decision is going to be critical, and your decision you make, you got to take in, oh my gosh, technical, personal, personnel, political things into situations where you're sitting in the room and everybody at that table has all good points and they're arguing their points, but nobody's going to back down. Situations where if you blowing up on them is just not going to make it any better. Situations where you have to remove yourself from the arena, and this is what I've had to do: is remove myself, go outside, take a breath, catch the rain, realize that nobody in that room wants to fail. They don't want to do anything wrong. They just have strong feelings about what the right thing is to do. Well, at that point in time, I do need to go outside, catch the rain. Catch my breath, catch my emotions, get myself level again, and then walk back in and lead. If you find yourself this week in a situation where it just seems impossible, do yourself a favor. It might not be raining outside, but go outside and catch some rain. Thank you.